Look, Gordon, ropes. We can use these for big pits.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Gayest and Greatest Secret Tavern this side of Limsa Lominsa, the Queer Buccaneer. I'm your host of the Motor Star Behind the Bar, Captain Eden Jackson. How are you all doing today? On this, the What's the date? What's the date? The 5th day of Pride. I gotta say, it's been a bit of an interesting day for me. Throughout the day, I've learned that 2 people whose work have admired for a long time, sort of from a distance, have both died today, which is, you know, really fucking sad. Of course, my heart goes out to the families of Anthony Head and Alex Simo. Your gender is eye patch. That's a good one. And it's been one of them days where I'm just like, I don't have a lot to do, but I need to be doing something. You are Magima, and therefore you are everywhere. That's exactly what's happening. Also, yet again, still fiddling with my audio settings. Please do let me know how this sounds. I have got to the point where I'm just like, I am going to just have to push my microphone away when I need to yell, which during wrestling silly is all the fucking time, because that show's hype as fuck. It's been one of them days where I'm like, I want to work, I want to do things, I want to create something. They will enjoy your shrimp cocktail. You don't like shrimp? Hold the fucking phone. Abel doesn't like shrimp. Have an iron brew instead, I guess. I feel like we need to talk about this. Why don't you like shrimp? I love shrimp. Shrimp are great. But yeah. So what I did with my day, and people have been telling me to like do this all the time. People have been telling me like, you should do this, it's great for your business or whatever. People have been saying you should do some passion projects. Has your day been? Well, like I said, it's been a bit of a weird day. Because I'm like, I wanted to get things done. I wanted to be active. I wanted to be doing stuff, but there was nothing for me to do, because all of my work projects are, the ball is in somebody else's court. And I worked hard on that shrimp cocktail. It will give me an anxiety attack. You will like it. Yeah, all of my like work stuff is currently the ball is currently in somebody else's court, and I don't much care for that, you dig? Because I like it when the ball is in my court, because I want to be working, especially like when I can't really control my sort of executive function. It's nice to just be able to work when I want to, when I have the ability to work. So I worked on a bit of a passion project today, and I would like to show you it, because like doesn't everyone like their own schedule? Like here's the thing, I'm self-employed, I run my own business. I love working on my own schedule. The problem, I had to help demo Hunt for Shrimp Preferences, a concept not dissimilar to shrimp colors. Yeah, like I love working on my own schedule. I own my own business for this very reason. The problem is I like also Albion the Bard, welcome in. I like that's exactly the thing. I like working on my own schedule. When I'm working on somebody else's schedule, I've got a website building gig to take care of, and it has been like legit 2 weeks and they've not sent me anything. And I'm like, well, if you don't send me the stuff, I can't bill you, and then I can't start. And apparently they're going to send me something tomorrow, which is, you know, great for next week's work. But I was working on something. I wanted to work on something this week. But yeah, so I spent the day on a little bit of a passion project, because I've always wanted to. One of the things I've always wanted to do in the world of what I do, which is graphic design, which is why you're watching a graphic design stream. I've always wanted to work on visual identity for like a craft cider company, because I love local traditional cider. I fucking love local traditional ciders. Whenever I go somewhere that's got a local cider on tap, I'm like, that's what I'm drinking. That's what I'm drinking all fucking night. So I spent the day creating a brief and doing a logo package for a non-existent cider company called Victory Point. And their whole thing, as somebody from the cider part of the UK, I feel in that one. What is the cider part of the UK? Because I thought it was like all of it. We make cider sort of everywhere. I used to live in the Midlands, which is really good for craft beer, but not great for cider. But now I live in the Northwest, and there's some really fucking good ciders in the Northwest. Jacob, thank you for that 3 stream streak. But yeah, so I invented this client called Victory Point, and their whole thing was they are a couple who bonded on board games, and they both really like traditional cider, so they invented a cider that pairs well with board games. They're selling cider to nerds. Basically, I made a project out of a thing I want to exist because I love cider and I love board games. And here's what I made. Like, I can give you the thing disappeared. So here's what I made. Down in the West Country, so we have a lot of craft ciders down here, and they're very proud of it. That's the West Country. Yeah, West Country is where the real fucking good shit comes from. Like, again, I'm here in the Northwest. So this is Victory Point. My thing for doing this is like I've made this, and then I'm gonna make a bunch of. Let me show you I've made a bunch of mock-ups for it as well, so like bottles and adverts and things like that, and I'm gonna make a video out of it pretending it's a real project, talking about my process, things like that. So what we've got here, we've got a fleur-de-lis, which everyone associates fleur-de-lis with France, but it's used in a lot of British heraldry in the Middle Ages, and we wanted to go for sort of a medieval themed thing, because a lot of tabletop RPGs are medieval themed. But cut out of it is a meeple, which is, if you've played any board game, you know what a fucking meeple is. It's the generic. It's one of the sharpest symbols for board games. And then it's sort of encased in this like shield shape, but it's not quite a shield. I've sort of bowed the edges in a little bit, so it kind of is reminiscent of a polygonal dice, because I didn't just want to use a D20 shape. The D20 shape would have been way too, like, that is, to quote one of my favorite streamers, that is Anubis posting. That is the first thing that everyone thinks of, and therefore I want to avoid that. Saying that, I did still use a fucking meeple, so maybe I am still Anubis posting. But yeah, I went for this sort of shape reminiscent of a dice. The fleur-de-lis with the meeple cut out, and we've got 3 flavors here. We've got the traditional apple cider, which is red with yellow. We've got the blue, which is the alcohol free. The blue is always the alcohol free. And then dark fruits, which is the logo is dark and it's on a white and it's on a yellow label. The reason I went with that instead of the background being dark is the strongest ABV dry cider scrumpy could be the Meeple Tipper. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Maybe I'll make another one for that. But yeah, I've then got this whole logo package over here. I've got sort of you know how I just like to make copies and put them here for safety. This one particularly is without the roughening, because the sort of the way I'm concocting the story is I made this version without the roughening, and then they were like, this is really good, but it's too clean. We want it to look a bit more medieval, something that somebody would hand draw or like hand stamp or something, and bam, we made it a bit more rough and ready. You see the edges aren't perfectly straight, and I really like that in logos. And then over here we've got these sort of smooshed polygons that sort of look dicey. So yeah, this is sort of what I've been doing all day, and I'm hoping to turn it into a video for my company Instagram page. If you have an Instagram, I would really appreciate the follow over on Instagram.com/Kilowatt Studios. That's I'll type that in chat because it's not spelt the way it should be, and that's bad branding, but I really like the name. Kilowatt Studios. Go give me a follow and go check out the thing I made there, because I made another video about another project I did, which I really liked, and that was a real project as well, so bonus points. But yeah, so that's sort of what I've been doing all day. Very, very slowly, I should add, because I've just not been able to, like, in the state where I want to do things, but when I sit down and try something, I'm like, oh no, that's not sticking. That's not sticking at all. Very cool. Glad you have a pretty day. I spent the day catching up on soaps and rewatching Pokemon Anime for the first time in what must be well over a decade. Didn't even watch all of it the first time, so now I can. I don't use Insta, but I followed you on it. I wouldn't recommend using Insta, if I'm honest. It's like not a great platform, and they just keep making it worse. But I do appreciate the follows. Always appreciate the follows. Apparently, like, look at, like, they tell you like what stuff you do, or like what stuff people do is most sort of imperative to your. It's not ideal. It's not ideal at all. I hate social media in general, and if I could run a successful business without having an Instagram and a LinkedIn account, I would. They're just sort of, especially with what I do, they're just sort of necessary evils, and I fucking hate them. I also would not like to make promotional videos talking about my process, but again, that's just the thing you have to do when you run the business that I run. It's that or get a job in a shop, and I don't want to get a job in a shop. The people that do work in shops are stronger people than me. You know what I'm saying? Let's play some games. Let's because before we do anything, I'll put the thing here because I usually say it way too late. We're going to do the Wheel of Logos later on in the stream. If you've never been here for a Wheel of Logos stream before, we have this big wheel that has a whole bunch of fictional companies on it. Things like Red Ribbon Incorporated, things like Umbrella, things like Big Al's Robo Shack from Ratchet & Clank. We spin that wheel, and also, genuine question, are you legally allowed to sell trans-themed Pokeballs on your website? Shh. Legally, no. Shh. They don't know, so we won't tell them. Be cool. It's transformative. It's allowed. We put them in a really fun catch-22 there, because if they take our shit down, then they are being homophobic, and they wouldn't do that during Pride. What was I saying? Yes, Wheel of Logos. So we spin the wheel, whatever company the wheel lands on, we deep dive into it, and we make a new logo for it, or in some cases, a logo for it. In the channel point redeems, you can see add to the design wheel, I think is the add to the design wheel. If you would like to add to the design wheel, all you got to do is redeem that. Here is your chance before I spin the wheel. If you redeem it before I spin it, you might have a chance to see it this stream, because it will add straight onto it. It's transformative and fair use. It's legal as people selling Pokemon prints at cons, which fan art is a legal gray area. I don't know if Pokemon have the trademark on that specific design. That's actually probably our most legally clear one, because it is not the logo of the franchise. It's trans-colored. Yeah, it is a trans-colored ball. It's like we also sell a cool orange Slacker pin. Any likeness to certain AEW wrestlers is completely coincidence. yeah, I would never do anything with the actual Pokemon logo because we've talked about this before. I fucking hate the Pokemon logo. It's such a piece of shit. It's so bad. Like, I don't want to rag on any of the designers' works ever, but fuck me, the Pokemon logo sucks donkey balls. I also sell the AI hater pin. The AI hater pin fucking rules, man. I love the AI hater pin so much. Just bring it up because it rocks. Yeah, hell yeah. Bring it up all the time. It fucking rules. Let's play games. Minute Cryptic time. So before we start the stream, before we start the stream proper, we do the pre-show, which is the Minute Cryptics. Today's Minute Cryptic clue is present, absent. 7 letters. Now this is a toughie. This is what we call in the industry a toughie. Because it's 3 words. 2 of them are the same word twice. None of them are indicators. None of them are like, nothing says anagram, nothing says hidden word. My guess is the definition is absent, and we're doing something with the word present twice. Or maybe it's like present and present. So like if we do a synonym for each of those words, will it like, and put them together, is that a word for absent? Maybe. Let's give me a scribble pad. So present, obviously, like when you're in, speaking of bringing things up, it's a new month, which means that the Buccaneer Bounty switched over to new reward. Yes, thank you so much, Demo. The Buccaneer Bounty, if you're not familiar, over on Ko-fi, you can join us on a monthly membership, much like Link, welcome. Much like on Patreon, but it's cooler. Over on the Ko-fi, we have a Ko-fi monthly membership thing, and at the highest tier, the Buccaneer Bounty, every 2 months I send you an exclusive piece of merch. Last month it was a clear tote bag that had the stream overlays on it. It was really, really cool. And this month's, well, like July's, which is next month, so if you are a member for this month and next month, you will get because it's summer, what we're going to do is we're going to send out the Queer Buccaneer Jolly Roger beach towel. It is a black towel with a skull and crossbones that has my hair. It's so fucking cool. I think it's maybe the stupidest and coolest thing we've ever made. I'm going to get one for myself. And I never do that. Those exclusive merch drops, the only people with those are the members, not me. I don't make one for myself because I want it to be super exclusive for y'all. Go check out the Ko-fi, !Ko-fi for a link there. It's super cool. But yeah, I think Demo, thank you for gifting that sub. Did you gift that sub to Link? Thank you so much. Demo is my favorite hype entire like hype wing. It's great. I love it. So yeah, present. I think it's present and present. I think that's what we're doing. So present. So obviously what they're trying to do is present, absent. That's like a register thing. So is one of them the word here? So if one of the presents is here, what is another word? What is another synonym for present? There's gift, but like smashing these two together doesn't give you a word, and also is too long, so it's not gift. So what else can present mean? It can mean here, it can mean gift, and it can mean now, I think. Yes, now, as in like no, there's no time but the present. And if you put these two words together, so if you put now and here together, you get nowhere, which is a synonym for absent. That's a bit of a stretch. I'm not gonna lie, bit of a stretch. Saying nowhere is a synonym for absent. Is that a stretch? Demos and the good things to say about you and the working on projects. Is that true? I'm so happy. I'm so happy to hear people say nice things about me when I'm not there. Time to prep a fight for a custom paint job. Oh, hell yeah. That sounds like such a cool project. Please share photos of that when it happens. In order for something to be considered fair use, it needs to be transformative. I don't know how Pokeball design counts as transformative, just my opinion. Nobody knock on me and we're cool. Are you a cop? Don't just let fly, man. I wanted a trans Pokeball, so I made a trans Pokeball. Are you a cop? You gonna stop me? Let's go time guesser. Let's guess some time. Right. Well, I know where this one is. This location super easy. Actually, is it? No, because that's Canadian flag. At least 40% of the words out of my VC, out of my mouth in VC, I need to stream to this so cool. You are so cool. I love this. That's so cool. No cops on pride. It is always pride in the Queer Buccaneer. Albion understood the fucking assignment. You come in here with the right energy. Right. Is this like the Canadian Parliament building, which would be in the capital of Canada, which is what's the capital of Canada, guys? What's the capital of Canada? If it's are good, I will try to set up a hand camera and work on it. That hell yeah. Is the capital of Canada Toronto? The energy of being best is with demo for that energy. That's damn good energy. We fucking love that energy. Is the capital of Canada? Is the capital of Canada Toronto? Well, I don't think it's Montreal. I don't think it's Vancouver. It's gotta be Toronto. It's gotta be Toronto, right? Is this Canadian? This looks like Canadian Parliament building to me. It's got a Canadian flag up top, and it looks vaguely like the Houses of Parliament. I'm gonna say it's Toronto. Okay, CN Tower, Exhibition Place, Rogers Centre. Where? Aga Khan Museum. I have no idea where this would be. Where the fuck? Again, this looks like Canadian Houses of Parliament. This looks so much like London. Ottawa. Thank you, Jacob. Ottawa. Is Ottawa really the capital of Canada? Parliament of Canada. Okay, so it must be here in sort of the. Oh, that's a way bigger building than that is. Fuck it. I'm here. I've started till I finish. Phone check. Is that a phone? Is that a phone? Yeah, that ought to work. Well done. Is that I don't think that's a phone. I don't think there are any phones here. I can't fucking read that, but that also looks governmental, which is why I think it might be. And they've all got ID cards, and I think this is staff on. Oh no, is this a festival? This is a festival of some variety. So, is that the building? That might be the building. That might be the building. They look like hotel staff. Could they be gallery staff? No. Is this a prominent hotel in Canada that I just don't know? Like, this is a stage. These are festival staff, I think, because this is a stage of some variety. It looks quite modern, quite recent. Again, I'm looking. Nobody's got a phone because the hotel staff. So, Crocs. The Crocs have been a thing in the kitchens for years, so that doesn't help. I'm gonna say 2016, maybe, and maybe I'm not confident about this at all. 2010. I should have stuck to my fucking guns. I should have stuck to my fucking guns. I got that. I was right on it, and I doubted myself. Oh. Canadian Parliament staff members discussing the evacuation of Parliament Hill on the lawn following a 5.5 magnitude earthquake in Ottawa. Should have stuck to my guns. Should have stuck to my fucking guns. I would have gotten that. I would have got 5,000 on that, but I'll take the 8300. I'll take the 8300. Okay, where are we at? Hey, this feels... Give me... All of these signs are in English. That's a peso sign? But which peso sign is that? Is this... Filipinos. The Philippines. Where is the Philippines? There's the Philippines. Thank you. I'll guess Manila, because that's just an easy shout. The Plaza de Guilty, I think that says. This is the Jacob. This is Time Guesser. You get given a photo and you have to guess where and when it was taken. As far as when, I know nothing about like the history of Filipino fashion. So let's try. I mean, car heads in chat. Give me a year on this car, and maybe these cars in the background. If I can get a year check on these cars. Looking at the fashion cars, say 40-50s. Thank you. Let's say 45. Manila, go. 1958. 1958. Holy shit. Right. I'll take the location though. We're location maxing again. We're location maxing because that's 7 kilometers away. That's banging. 67 is not fantastic, but I'll take it. Right. Alcohol free. You weren't too wrong. I'll give you that. It was pretty good. Right. Where are we? This is definitely a European language. Berliner. Are we in Germany? Are we in Berlin? Any obvious signs that I'm missing? Almania, Berliner, Omnibus, Action. We got to be in Berlin, right? We got it. Like twice I've seen the word Berlin or Berliner. Music House. I love das Music House. Twice I've seen the word Berlin, so I'm going to go with Berlin, which, as we all know, is there. It looks to be like a little city square thing. So I'm just gonna whack it in the middle of Berlin. And again with the years, this Charlie Chaplin kind of fellow is making me think like what? Chaplin was 30s, 40s. They're all very Chaplin-y. So I think like 30s, 40s. Horses still. There's a lot of horses. So maybe earlier rather than later, maybe 20s. Is this 1920s-y? Like she's in like petticoats and big hats. And there are horse-drawn everythings. When were cars? When were cars? Because, like, when were cars, like, normalized? 20s. Thank you. So let's maybe go, like, 1915? 1915? Could this be 1915 Berlin? Because all the public transport, everything is still horse-drawn. There's nary a motor car in sight. People just living in, nary a motor car in sight. Let's go 1913. Center of Berlin. 1909. Holy shit. 800 meters, less than a kilometer away. Less than a kilometer. This is more like it. This is more like it. I enjoyed this one. 1909. That's an old fucking photo. Okay. I think we might be in Mumbai. I think something, can't quite pinpoint what, we might be in Mumbai. So let's go over to Mumbai, which is here, and just whack us in Mumbai, because I could not get you any more than just Mumbai, because I do not know what areas in Mumbai look like. This is also a really hard to age photo. Oh, no, it's not. Old Pepsi logo. This is my jam. Old Pepsi, very old Pepsi logo. When that gives us a rather concrete time period. When did that Pepsi logo become a thing? Was it 2008 they dropped it? I think it was 2008 that they dropped it, but then when did they adopt this logo? Because this was a logo that I've known for most of my life, most of my childhood anyway. 2000, that gives us like I think it's like 2006, 2010. That puts us on a very, very, this logo here puts us on such a thin margin, because it's not rounded, it's not crystallized, and it's not got the weird bulge. This I think is the 2006, 2010, so we're gonna whack us in 2008. Anything more that can throw us specifically, no year on here, no nothing around here. Let's have a gander, see if we can't find like a tax disc would be so fucking good. But that pack drive has a buy date. The what? The what? This one, yeah. PUC drive up to 31st of March. Doesn't have a year on it. It just says 31st of March. Red, yeah, just says 31st of March. Yeah, no year, just a day and date. Okay, I'm gonna go 2008 Mumbai. 1998. Holy shit! Was that Pepsi logo really that? Really? Oh, I thought I was being real smart with that Pepsi logo. Damn. Pepsi betrayed us. I flew too close to the sun there. Right. So this has got to be America. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 by 6, 48. An American flag with 48 stars. Americans in chat, give me a year on that, because they add a star whenever there's a new state. Keep fit for the fight. Check posters behind the counter. We've got Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You think you know this photo? Link. Come on, Link. Hit me up. Come through for us. Why do you know this photo? 5 cents for a chocolate milk. I'll take that. Link, tell me all about this photo. Army. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely like... is this army barracks? It's very old, whatever. I think we're in Milwaukee, because I've seen Milwaukee come up twice. Here, and where was the other one? Here. So we've seen Milwaukee come up twice, so I think we're in Milwaukee. Which of course everyone knows where Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Everyone knows which state Wisconsin is. It's this one. I knew that. Of course I knew that. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Is there a military base near Milwaukee, Wisconsin? I mean, of course there is. It's got to be. I can't remember the year, but clothing does feel 40s, 50s. I'm gonna go a little. Where would the army base near Milwaukee be? Would it be Port Washington? No, Port Washington's like an actual place. Sheboygan. That's up there. One of the most fun places to say. Sheboygan. Random Lake. Love that. Yeah, I'm thinking like tail end of World War II. Tail end of World War II. That's not where Wales is. That's gotten a little bit lost. Okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Baton International Airport used to be an airbase. Because at least here in the UK, a lot of airports used to be air bases. Does that say Richard Bong? Richard Bong, what a guy, what a chap, what a lad. Yeah, you say near, but like, is Milwaukee near Waukegan? Because that looks quite far to me. You're selling Star Wars pins to realize what will happen if Disney sees that. Yeah, fucking. We're making all the mice mad. We got Pikachu and Mickey on our fucking ass, and you know what? They've not noticed yet. Psh, what are you gonna do? It's been 1 week since he looked at me. It's been like 5 years, and nobody's said out about him yet. So, fuck you, Mickey Mouse. If you want to make me stop selling it, then sell your own Trans Rebel pins. But until then, fuck you. Nobody snitch. That's the thing. Nobody snitch, and we'll all be cool. We'll all just be cool. If just everyone just be cool, no one snitch. Make guess. 1943. Oh, we were way closer into Milwaukee than that. We were way closer. We were here. But 9688. That's pretty good. Workers queuing in the canteen for a wartime production plant, not a military base, not a wartime production plant. But we got it spot on. We got it spot on for the year. 5,000 out of 5,000. Fuck yes, thank you so much, Link. That was a pretty good score. We location maxed. No huge lines. No huge lines. We location maxed. We did not date max. We did not date max. Okay, time for me to show how bad I am at the bandle. We're doing the bandle again. So let's mute this for a second. Let's go for the bandle. If you've not done the bandle before, they play you bits of a song. Let's play today's. Okay, it's from the 70s. Who know, and any big 70s heads? Let me have another listen. it's like tickling something. It's ringing a bell in there, but I could not place it. It's like tickling. You need more. Okay, let's guess. Let's just rule an artist out, and I'm gonna rule out Elton John. I don't think it's Elton John, but let's just rule out Elton John Rocketman. Not Elton John. That bit at the end. Oh, that bit at the end really tickled something. Oh, what the fuck is that? That tickled something. Oh, what is it? What the fuck is it? What the fuck is it? Oh, let me listen again. Let me have another listen. It feels a little bit disco, even maybe a little bit, not quite Motown, but sort of soul, maybe. This is it's tickling something. David Starman by David Bowie. David Bowie Starman. Well fucking done, Albion the Bard. Well done. That was so good. All right, let's listen to every part. Yeah. Yeah, it's really obvious there. And the automaton. There it is. Well done, Albion the Bard. Absolute banger. Knocked it out of the park. Well fucking done. You killed that. You killed that, Albion. I would have struggled. I would have struggled on that for a while. And finally, Scrandle. Let's Scrandle. You're gonna hate me. I've never listened to David Bowie. Well, Jacob, you got a lot of really good music that you now can go and listen to. David Bowie's great. Just you have the joy of being able to listen to David Bowie for the first time, which is fantastic. If anything, a little bit jealous. Right, first off, bonus round. Where are we sat here? Where are we sat here? Are you a chicken nuggets and chips, or are you a sausage? Apparently it's not a hot dog. Sausage. Chicken nuggies and chips. I'm a sucker for some nuggies and chips. Right, now we're in Scrandle proper. Cheese fries with three Cholula packets or large cheese fry. This is a direct matchup. Cheese fries on cheese fries. Chicago cheese fry looks a little bit sadder. They're both crinkle cut fries. Americans in chat, is this a thing? Crinkle cut fries specifically with cheese sauce on them? Is that or is this just a coincidence that they're both using crinkle cut fries? So that is a specific thing. Okay, I didn't know that crinkle cuts were specifically for cheese sauce, but it's this one. It's this one looks nicer. This one is half the price, but this one looks nicer. Incorrect. Okay, Scott's in chat. You've got something to answer for, because cheese stays in the crinkle cut is better. Both of it, Jedi. Yeah, both of these are horrible. This one has pear on it, but this one looks quite good, and then they've seemingly cut up cheese singles and put them on top. Gonna go with this one because pear, no. Southern style mashed potato with pulled pork, bacon bits, cheese, served cold. Cold. Or sausage, barbecue buttons, and cheesy chips. This looks fucking incredible. This one in Colchester Food Market, this looks mwah. This would be great if it wasn't served cold. Gross. Over here. Chicken burger or hot dog? Yeah, I mean, this is so sad. This looks so sad. There's so little chicken coverage on the like the chicken to bread ratio is so wrong. Gotta be the dog. Gotta be the dog. Can I skip both of these? Because both of these look nasty. What the fuck is this? What the actual fuck is this? This is horrible. It's the but this is not poutine. Where's the cheese curds? Where's the gravy? This is not poutine. This is chips. I'm gonna go for it anyway. General Tso's meatball sub from somewhere in Pittsburgh, or fish chips and mushy peas. Oh, fish chips and mushy peas. You can't beat fish chips and mushy peas. Don't ask me what this white thing is, because I do not know, but it's the fish. No, fish chips and mushy peas. This breakfast looks sad. I'm sorry, this breakfast looks sad. A single pancake. It might have been tartar sauce. This looks sad. Single pancake. A horrible cutout of 3 bits of fruit. Egg. Fried French toast sticks. Fried French toast sticks. There's no argument there. 92-7. Of course it is. Grilled cheese. Grimace burger. Grimace burger looks like a crime. This looks like a crime. I do not enjoy this. Did they put glitter on their grilled cheese? Both look like crimes. They've given me purple versus purple. Or is it just that oily? But why is it purple? I'm gonna go with I don't like it, but I'm gonna go with the Grimace burger. I don't like that was right. Whomst the fuck Takis in milk? We've like only just got Takis here in this country. So forgive this Englishman for not knowing that Taki was for not knowing that Taki is not a cereal. We've only just gotten Takis in this country. So you'll have to forgive the poor English person who clearly thought they were cereal. Boiled pork feet though. I'd fuck with that. I'd fuck with the boiled pork feet. I don't fuck with veal. This looks genuinely delicious. Mensa versus Mensa. 2 Austrian Mensa dishes. Okay, I don't fuck with veal. This looks delicious. Bad choice. 7 out of 10. Solid scranning. Solid scranning, everyone. Right in the middle of the bell curve. I'll take that. Righto. That brings us to the end of the pre-show. Time for the game proper. So if you do, last call. if you've got anything that you want going on the wheel of logos, redeem that thing now, because I am about to spin the wheel. I'll give you 30 more seconds, and that is when that 30 seconds will just be filled by me yelling things. Crazy Frog. Okay. Jedi, what business does Crazy Frog do? Jedi, what business is Crazy Frog a taxi service? No, Crazy Frog is a taxi service. Maybe Crazy Frog is like the competitor for like Uber Eats or Deliveroo. I know that Crazy Frog. Make his record. Actually, I'm on board. I was gonna go for maybe like he's doing like an Uber Eats Deliveroo thing, but make his record label. That's not a bad shout. Crazy Frog Records. I'm happy with that. Let's spin the wheel, shall we? In 3, 2, 1. Wheel. I've cleaned the wheel up a bit. I've taken off some things that I either did not recognize or know that I don't know, or just don't think would make for very fun episodes. But we're doing Black Mesa today. That's a good one. That is a good one. Black Mesa. Right. Black Mesa Half-Life Wiki. Black Mesa is a good one. I don't want to use the fandom wiki. So we've got Combine Over Wiki. Let's fucking go. Let's zoom in, go granny mode. Right. I don't want Black Mesa the game. I want Black Mesa the corporation. So that's the current Black Mesa logo, which is fine. It's fine. Let's drop that into an Illustrator doc here. That's just a black square because I need to open in a new actually, yeah, just open this SVG, please. SVG. And then I will go into my downloads. I forgot if there was anything suspicious in my downloads or anything like just like client stuff that I didn't want to show you in my downloads, but no, we're good. Right. Oh, this SVG is a bit messy. This is a bit of a messy SVG. How'd you make a suggestion for the wheel? Yeah, channel point redeems. I did mention it. If you look in the channel points at the bottom right, bottom left hand side of chat, add to the design wheel. You just type in what you want and it'll get added. I do reserve the right to take it off if I just don't know what it is, or don't think it'll make for a very good episode. But yeah, it'll go straight on the wheel. And this is actually a badly done SVG, because let's look at the SVG and I'll show you why it's bad. Because if I go down and if I go up, you see the outline on the circle is staying the same size, regardless of how big the circle is, which means if I make it real big, these two corners pop up. These three corners come and say hello. So what we need to do is we need to expand this and then group it. And now we've got one shape that is, correct. So this is the current Black Mesa logo. It is fine. It's fine. It's nothing special. It is a Black Mesa. I assume this is like a mesa. A mesa is like a geological rock formation that goes in this vague shape, right? So this is a Black Mesa. It is fine. It is a bit vague, but it's okay. It's okay. Black Mesa is the American research facility. Her headquarters are in the Black Mesa research facility in the New Mexico desert. Black Mesa is apparently helmed by the United States government, as the Great Seal can be seen on the ground of several lobbies in the Black Mesa research facility, and the United States Nuclear Regulatory Commission, as seen on several comlink status screens. Mesa is a land formation, somewhat elevated flat area. So yeah, that makes sense. Like, it's elevated and it's flat. That's perfectly fine. So I'm also going to grab this slogan, working, because this is sort of our mission statement. And you should design around the mission statement. So they are working together, working to make a better tomorrow for all mankind. Literally Spanish for table. Interesting. I did not know that. Black Mesa. So, name, tagline, mission statement. It's their slogan, their motto in the wiki, but this is their mission statement. So we are making the logo for a better tomorrow. Black Mesa conducts extensive research across a broad range of scientific fields, from traditional scientific disciplines to cutting-edge areas such as radiation, rocketry, theoretical physics, lasers, experimental propulsion, hydraulics, robotics, hydroelectricity, genetics, zoology, applied maths, and various branches of chemistry and physics. Okay. In addition to legitimate research elements, Black Mesa also undertakes a number of secretive and classified projects, details of which remain deliberately vague. Among these are the development of advanced weaponry, defense systems, investigations into extradimensional travel and teleportation, and in-depth studies of the mysterious Zen dimension. Let's go to the Zen dimension. This is I didn't play much Half-Life. This is kind of cool. The border world. Right. So their Aperture Science is their main rival, but we don't really need to worry about that. So yeah, this is the current logo, and they've apparently got a flag, which is just the logo, but before it was crunched down into a logo. So let's see what we can do with. Let's see what we can do with science. So they want to be New Mexico might be something that we touch on. It's science, it's intelligence, it's a better tomorrow. So what, again, playing in the space, playing in the kayfabe, as it were. We are designing a logo. We are assuming that Wallace Breen has approached the Queer Buccaneer Design Studio and has asked for a new logo in the year 2026 for Black Mesa. Because their current logo is not serving their purpose anymore. So let's have a look at some other scientific research company. I can't even imagine other I can't even really imagine other ones. eBay? Nah, that's all right. Narwhal Research, that's a banger, that is. And Narwhal Research, that's a banger. Right. We're gonna try and find a couple. Okay, here's a good one. Here's a good image. Open image, new tab. Is that the full size one? Yeah, it is. Thank you. Right. We haven't done this in a couple of streams. Let's grade these. So let's have a grade of these, shall we? I also really don't like this song. I don't like your chill hop shouldn't have lyrics. There. Your chill hop should not have lyrics. So this, we're in gradient zone apparently. Apparently it's coming back. I still don't like it. Gradients in logos, that's a no-go. That's bad. We don't do gradients in logos. The font is also really dull, really boring. This one gets a D. Next up, Pfizer. I quite like this one. It's certainly modern. No, it isn't. It's like 20 years ago looking. It's Garbo. Pfizer. I really like this. The F to the I symbol. Really like this. What they're doing here just sets it apart from other word marks. This this symbol here, it's unique. You can't mistake it for anything else, really. It's got hints of a cross in there, which we associate with health. This is a very good logo. I will give this a B+. This one gets a B+. A Merc. Okay. Would this be better if it were rolled 90 degrees? Would this be better if it were rolled 90 degrees? Because then it would have an M shape in it, which would then make it a monogram. At the minute, I'm getting Sand Timer, which is a little, you know, your time is running out kind of thing, you know? That's not really something that I would associate with medical research. So I don't much care for this, but it's not egregious. It gets a C. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. This looks like a Wendy's knockoff. This looks like a knockoff chicken shop. Baby Spark, welcome in. How you doing? This looks like a knockoff chicken shop. This is not fit for purpose. F. Novo Nordisk. Now I'm sure this has some kind of symbolism for something. So I'm not going to knock it because I don't understand it. That's just me being stupid. I really like this font. This is a really nice font. It's modern, it's professional, it's clinical, which is good for scientific research. This is solid. I might have colored these in. I think coloring these three shapes in would just make it scale a little more. Because yeah, it's way clearer than if you uncolor it, then you got a bunch of thin lines. You see what I'm saying? So this is very nearly very good. I'm gonna give this another B+. Grifols, this is really annoying me. This should be flat. This being at an angle is really annoying me. I mean, goofy out in my spare time, I'm no master, that's for sure. Like, I'm no master. There's more I don't know. There is more about graphic design that I do not know compared to what I do know. But like, I know that this is like, this is what people think looks modern, but looked modern 25 years ago. This is, again, it's a default font. They've put no effort into it. This is a D-. They wanted to get funky and kick their leg out, but like, it just, like, you've got this, and this that aren't flat, and they're all at different angles. If you're going to get funky with it, be consistent. Make them all the same angle, and then maybe make that the same angle, and then you're doing something. Then you're playing ball. At the minute, you've got a bunch of weird angles and inconsistency in what appears to be a weirdly kerned font as well. There's a little bit of a kerning issue here. I really don't like this. This is really boring. It's either IQVIA or IQVIA or IQVIA. There's a line there. There's a differentiation between these two colors. So I think it's IQVIA. I don't know what this is, but it's so small. It's so thin and small. It doesn't really scale very well. It's the whole thing is really thin, which again, it doesn't scale very well when you make it small. But it's fine. It's a perfect C+. Is it jeans? Is it supposed to be jeans? That would make sense. Cineos Health. Here you've got a nice S. You've got a nice S, which is again a nice cheeky monogram, but it also has a sort of like DNA looking thing about it, which is quite nice. These also could be like, again, drawing that same shape, could be chromosomes. This really like this. And it's got a nice 3-color gradient, which is just really good. This is actually this is a B plus. Solid effort. United Therapeutics Corporation. Instantly, I don't like this corporation at the bottom. Really don't like it's long and thin and really stretched out. It's trying to look premium, but it just ends up looking evil. Contrast that with the heart that you've got here, and this looks like the villain in a game. This looks like it. This is to me on par with Umbrella. Looks like an evil villain. Yeah, evil corporation vibes. I like you've gone for lungs and heart. You're doing some stuff here, but you missed the mark. Evil corporation F. So that a bingo down the middle. Bingo down the middle of 3 B pluses in a row. So this is kind of the lay of the land in terms of like medical like scientific research. And I know Black Mesa isn't medical research, it's still scientific research. It's a vaguely different league to this, but it is a similar league to this. They also do what else did they do? Let's go back to the wiki. They also do robotics, rocketry, and hydroelectricity. So there's a lot of energy, and a lot of rocket companies. We're gonna see fucking. No, I didn't want logos for Rocket Money. As an aside, fucking Rocket Money. We've all seen Rocket Money adverts, right? What fucking brings my piss to a boil about Rocket Money is all of the adverts are like, you need to cut down on all your subscription services. You are subscribed to too many subscription services. Rocket Money is like a banking app that like will cancel your subscriptions for you and like help you save money and stuff. What they don't tell you is it is itself a subscription service. So they're like, you're subscribed to too many things. You need to cut down on your subscription services so you can save money. And you do that by subscribing to another subscription service. Fuck off, Rocket Money. Absolutely fuck off. Nowhere in the ad read do they mention that they are a subscription service. And everywhere in the ad read is subscription services are bad. That I would say is bordering on like dubious marketing, shall we say. Dubious marketing. It's a very bold business model. Okay. So research. Let's just type in the word research and see what we get. This isn't helping. I thought this might help. This isn't helping. Real vague science. Okay, we're avoiding all of this iconography. Let's go science logo so we can see. Let's avoid everything here. Let's avoid all of this. We don't want to touch on any of this. We want to be cleverer than this. Unless there's something really cool that we can do in the meantime, we want to avoid all of this. This is again, to go back to that term that I stole from Peach Owl, that is Anubis posting. That is the first thing that you would think. We are avoiding, like the whole point of logos is you are not Anubis posting. You are doing something new, something unique, something that people can associate. It's like this is a brand new symbol that nobody has seen before that is now associated with Black Mesa. This is actually a really fucking good logo. let's see. Better tomorrow. Strapper Stab, welcome in. How are you doing? Improvement. Symbolism. This is legit how the research works. How the research how research works. You have ideas, you ram them at each other, you find symbols for is this a Libra? Is Libra about self-improve? That's not correct. Pyramid. No, that's a scheme. That's a Binding of Isaac mod. That is a Binding of Isaac mod. We won't be using the Triskel because that has, I think, got some tricky symbolism. We did Infinity last week. We can't do Infinity 2 weeks in a row. We did Infinity last week. Okay, Mesa. Let's see if there's something else that we can do with mesas. We're getting tables, and amps, and a woman called Miss Mesa. We're just getting a lot of tables. Well, to start with, they don't have a word mark, and they need one. So let's start off with a word mark, shall we? Let's find a font and then see what we can do with it. I have an idea, maybe messing with the M a little bit. I have so many new fonts. I bought 1,200 fonts the other week. And one of them has got to fit. One of them's got to fit. We need definitely something sans serif, and I think something like thin. But I'm not adverse to something a bit thicker. I do enjoy a bit of thickness on occasion. But I think we definitely want something sans serif because sans serif reads cutting edge to me. I think we want sans serif, and I think we want all caps. Although, like, going over here, like, the good ones didn't use all caps, so maybe we don't want all caps. Let's go back to the wiki. Let's see if we can get a nice like Wallace Breen. What's Wallace Breen's deal? This guy from the memes. If we can get like a good read on their, like, ideology is the wrong word, but if we can get like a nice read on like the way they operate, on the way that they carry themselves, what they want to portray, that's a really good place to start when it comes to logo designs. A value statement, mission, values, that sort of thing. That's where I was at. And because that really helps you get in the right zone. But like, obviously, because this is a fictional company, they don't have a value statement. They don't have brand guidelines. Okay, they fragmented after the Black Mesa incident, which is that. And then a whole bunch of things happened. So if we're getting back to Black Mesa after the bunch of things have stopped happening and they're back to a level of normal, then maybe that's the basis that we want to touch on for this. So a complete reinvention might not be the play. Let's try something. And 1 hour 21, we're finally starting the actual process. Because I have an idea using the letter M and the shape of the mesa. Not this M though. This M wouldn't work. This M goes too low. And it's fucking Babe-ass Neo again. I need to stop using Babe-ass Neo for everything. It's such a good font. And it can basically be whatever mood you need it to be, but it's not useful for making companies look different. If maybe they're getting a bit funky with it. Maybe they're in the getting silly arc. Maybe they're getting silly with it. I don't think they're getting silly with it. Now these are pretty nice, but again, they don't have the right vibe. What is maybe the vibe is italicized. The vibe might be italicized because that is forward. They are forward, moving towards tomorrow. Italics. Italics. I don't usually rock with italics, but I think now is the time to buck that trend. Because again, if the whole thing that we can glean from them is they are moving towards a better tomorrow. They are moving, they're about tomorrow, they are about improving the world in the future. So it's definitely something with a bit of a lean on it, something a little bit right. I know this isn't, but the plan is to make it skew it a bit. So I need the M. Give me the M. Just the M, please. Thank you. So I have this plan to sort of, and this might look ridiculous, and if it looks ridiculous, don't be mean to me or I'll cry. Create the outlines on that. What am I going for here? So a mesa is a flat plane, yes? Let's have a flat plane. Let's go into outlines mode so we can see everything. A mesa is a flat plane. So let's go to that. Get rid of this, go to this. That looks terrible. Absolutely god awful. Let's try. Let's just continue messing around with this word mark, and maybe a logo, maybe a logo mark will jump out at us later. Can I skew? Where's just skew? Can I not just skew something? Okay, free distort. I hate the free distort, but it seems that's what we're doing. No, garbage. Garbage. I still want to play around with the M. Make the mesa into a mesa. Is that anything? Is that anything? Make the mesa into a mesa. And maybe fill we tried filling that in. It looked like ass. Stop looking like ass. Right. Be honest. Put Black Mesa on, thought it'd be fun. Did not think I would be struggling this early on. That's just half letters. That's just half letters. Where are the other half for all those letters? I'm thinking we return to all caps. All caps. All caps carries a certain gravitas, don't you think? That lowercase just didn't. I'm back on Baybas and you. Back on the Baybas and you. That's a butt. Thank you for the butt, baby spot. Oh, is that a babe ass? I see. I'm always back on that babe ass, you know? Now that's not what I clicked. Black Mesa. Now this over here, I think it was called Eric. Yeah, this is... It's very... Now it feels very flavorless. It feels very sauceless. But I think there's something in this that we can use as a starting point. Because... Excuse me? Where did all of my letters go? Oh, I've set that kerning up to 10,000. Which is not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be 0. Now this type looks a bit sauceless for now. But I think if we can pair it with a nice mark, then we're onto something. It's just building the mark. What are some of Black Mesa's biggest, most important things? What are the things that Black Mesa have done that everyone talks about? Like, it just says broad range of scientific fields. Like, I don't know if they have, like, do they have a single thing that everyone's like, oh yeah, no, they did the thing. Everyone knows Black Mesa. They made the thing. Because, like, proud by way of ignorance. That's not what that should be. Because, like, I can think of a bunch of stuff that Black Mesa have done. And it sneeze. But, like, none of them are good. None of them are good things. They're all, like... They did disasters. They did terrible things. What things have Black Mesa made? Like, Aperture Science, they made the portal gun. Like, that's easy. You would do a logo based on the portal. Maybe the bad things or good things in their eyes. I mean, mayhaps. But I don't think the Black Mesa incident, I don't think this anyone would consider a good, you know? This is, I mean, look at it. This is a whole unforeseen consequence, you know? Green, I mean, yeah. If you're a fan of the color green, there it is. That's it for you. The anti-mass spectrometer. Maybe that's it, because, like, I think that is the thing that they're most well known for. Green community went wild. Greenheads celebrated. Okay, anti-mass spectrometer. That might be something that we can work with, because this to me is Black Mesa, not the incident, not the sparkles. This to me is Black Mesa. I mean, it all went a bit awry in this zone. Then it was fine again. But I think... Hello, G-Man. But I think this zone, like this kind of vibe, is where we want to be. So let's grab this and see if there's a shape or interesting shapes in here. So the first interesting shapes that I can see is this kind of triangle thing, and then we've got over here, which again is kind of making the M shape. Let's draw that again, but thicker and in bright pink, please, because I want you to be able to see it. Can I have this thicker and in bright pink? No, apparently I can't. Give me this. Give me it in like, yeah, give me it in trans flag pink, please. There's this kind of shape here. Nope, not that shape. This shape. That has then a line down the middle, and we might even go like that. We might even go like a bam, bam, almost like an arrow. And then bam, bam. Those are some interesting shapes. We could, let's move this out of the way. We could take all this, roll it this way. Take all this, roll it this way. We've got the mass spectrometer. We've also got we've also then got a forward. Got a forward line. Or if we keep it this way, like you said, we've got an M. And I did say over here, I like the cheeky monogram, and this could have been a cheeky monogram, but it wasn't. So maybe we go for the mass spectrometer, the anti-mass spectrometer, and we go like triangle, 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 triangle. If we do all triangles, maybe, and we sort of maybe cut it off here, so it's just that. It's something. It's something. It's something. So let's get drawing. Let's get drawing. Let's get our pen tool out and let's get drawing. So let's start with the main thing itself. So it's up here, and then down here. And we'll cut that off there. Give that a nice beefy stroke. You always want to give it a stroke. When in doubt, give it a stroke. And then grab this. And if we can get a distort and transform. This is the easiest way to get a perfect copy of it. So now, if we expand that out, expand appearance, we've now got these two shapes that we can then just marry together. If I can select these two, select these two shapes. Have I got these two corners? Thank you, this one, and thank you, this one. I want to average those out. And then I want to do the same down here with these two. I want to average them out. So now we've got this Chiron shape, and we can take these two corners and join them, and take these two corners and join them. We've now got the anti-mass spectrometer sort of lines thing. Let's add the one down the middle, just for good measure. So we've now got this kind of shape, which I don't hate. It's got a certain something to it. And now if we let's take this shape here. If we can find it. Okay. What I want to do, make a copy of this. Make a copy of this, and then inside the copy, can I get a? No, we want this in the group. We want that in the group. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then this on this copy. Let's go into our shape builder and let's blast that out into two shapes. So now we've got now we've got in this group, which I want to ungroup. Can I ungroup this? No, I can't. And let's swap it to be fills. Thank you. Why can't I ungroup you? There we go. Let's just pull you out and destroy that group entirely. So now we've got these shapes, and I want to double down on the use of these shapes because they're just nice shapes, you know? So let's flip them like that. Are we sort of doing... Right, let's do this. Let's do this properly. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. We've got the shape. We've got this shape. We want to scale this up by 161.8 golden ratio. We can then scale them both down, but just that they are in ratio with each other. That means that we're onto a winner. So then if we roll this, so these two are in line with each other, which I think is a 60. No, it's not quite a 60. Okay. So we're gonna free ball it until those two lines are in sync. Not quite. There we go. That'll do. And then get a copy of this over here. Thank you. This is actually coming together quite nicely. And then we just need the arms down here, which kind of actually these. Can I get a copy of this? Because if you see these shapes, they're actually quadrangles. They're like crystals from Crash Bandicoot, and we can sort of do that with a rotation of this shape. Maybe. Again, I kind of want to use the same. I kind of just want to use the same shape over and over. Just because that would be really fun, I think. So Crash Bandicoot is a bloody hard game, but you know, I fucking love Crash Bandicoot. I said it before when you asked about Smash characters. Crash Bandicoot needs to be in Smash. Fucking love Crash Bandicoot. Somebody's made a really good mod for Smash Ultimate that replaces Dr. Mario with Crash. And obviously it still has Dr. Mario's moves, but it's such a good mod. I fucking love it. And I think, yeah, in the next Smash, they should cut Dr. Mario and put Crash in. I thought that anyway, but I super think it now. Right. This is annoying me. The most favorite Crash Bandicoot game? Probably... I might be a basic bitch and say Warped. I really like Warped, really like 2. I know I've got nostalgia for them both, but that's just it for me. I like them. I think they're good. I know a lot of it is nostalgia. I'm just not gonna be super stressful about keeping the exact same shape. I'm just gonna do that right now. We've got. That doesn't even look better. Wasting my fucking time. Who has a publishing rights to Crash? Microsoft. Unfortunately, Microsoft. It is Microsoft, but Microsoft are pretty good when it comes. I think Microsoft really want to be in Smash Bros. Because the Xbox brand is, let's be real, waning in relevance. So I think they would be happy to let Crash be in Smash. I, in fact, think they would love for Crash to be in Smash. Right. The more I do on this, the sort of less I love it. But there's something here. There's something in this. But I just couldn't tell you what. What if they let Banjo-Kazooie and Steve? We can't forget they also let Steve. They do also own Steve. What if? Is that anything? It's a little bit more abstracted, but in the negative space, we've now got the lines of the anti-mass. So we've got these fill-in shapes. We've got the M. We've got this. This could be, and I'm bit of a stretch. It's a Robo-Vulva. It's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. It is also literally groundbreaking. You're right. It does look a bit vulvary. Ew, it's what Ayo, there we go, what the doctor sees. Right. Black Mesa OBGYN division. Oh, that's way too thin, that is. So let's double that up and get back to our original shape. we're just going the long way around. Right. Let's these two come together right now over me. How many bits should this have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can get rid of this point. I said we can get rid of this point. Thank you. And this point here, these points here. Is that 2 points? I think that's... And now... No. Let's go for these 3. And this one... No, that looks terrible, actually. I think what we want to do is put a lengthen on this. And maybe roll it by like 5 degrees. Yes, it still looks like a... Yes, it still looks a little bit OBGYN-y. But I really like the idea. Really like the idea. Don't like the overhang. The overhang's bad. So let's move this into there. And let's pull this down so these two are level. We need to remove... Why are you adding random extra bits? I know why, but... this needs to be... These two need to be on the same point So let's just pull that down. So that's a flat plane now. Again, we're still in birthplace of new tech. I mean, it's groundbreaking. It is. You can't argue that it's groundbreaking. Would it be better if it was higher? That's actually worse. That's so much worse, isn't it? It's not better, is it? It's not better. How thick is this? Go back to here. Let's go back to here. Because I think these... I think this is a good starting point. I think this is a really strong shape. Okay. How are we with just that? Ooh. Just that I quite like. It's still harkening back to the antimass spectrometer. It's groundbreaking. It is breaking ground. We could roll it into an arrow if we wanted to. We could... No, that looks like a mouse pointer now. What if just a little bit of a roll on it? Maybe like a 15 degrees? Just to give it some forward momentum? No. Straight down. Straight up and down. Would it be better to flatten that off to get back to the mesa, or leave that open topped? What do you reckon? Let's take this, put that there. Let's put this outline mode. Outline mode. Give me my shapes. Give me my points. And then, well, that's not what I wanted at all. Right. Because these are outlines, because these aren't expanded, so let's put a copy of this over here, just in case we make a fucky wucky and need to go back. Let's expand this back out into one thing. Let's not combine this into one shape yet, because we're being very sensible and clever. We're doing this properly. Gamerinos. Let's go back into outline mode and position this, and this. Thanks for taking that point with you. I definitely wanted you to take that point with you, piece of shit. Would is flattening the top worth all this extra effort? Probably not. Okay. Flattening the top. What do we reckon? Because now it's a mesa. I like it. Do I like it more than that? Let's put them side by side. Group you. And give me this group over here. Let's put them side by side. Which do we like more? Which do we like more? I actually think I prefer. See, I think I prefer this one, because this one sort of gives you the 3D-ness of the empty space. I want to try something. No, don't like it with a little hat. Don't like it with a little hat. Little hat was a bad idea. I like both of these. I think they're both solid. I think they're both really solid. I think the font now won't match at all. The font now will not match. I think I'm more drawn to this one. I think this one's still solid, but the flat top, I don't know. It just sort of blunts it a little in a way that I can't quite elaborate on. It's just kind of blunt, which makes sense. I mean, it's literally blunted. And we could do the thing where you replace, where you put the logo in the M, or even replace the M with the logo, but I don't think that's doing anything for anyone. Like, that's not improving readability. That ain't nothing. That font ain't playing ball anymore. That font ain't. I mean, actually, it might be playing ball. It might go. What if we thicken? I don't like thickening it up all that much, because we lose the point. And I like the point, so I think I'm gonna stick with this. Obviously, they're called Black Mesa. Like, the core color is gonna be black in it. Like, there's no going around. Your core color is going to be black. Simplify. I think 9 is where we go. Black Mesa. It's going to be black. We could color these, and I think, again, Black Mesa is going to be black and orange, isn't it? Like, that's going to be their color profile. Do we fill in these two bits with orange as well? Let's see how that looks. Because if it works, then just adds a little bit of extra dimension to the logo itself. But if it doesn't, which I don't think it does, then we can just kick it to the curb, can't we? The ominous evil eyes, like these, I'm not a fan. I like keeping them blank, so like they. And obviously we can't use pure black. This is design tip with Eden. Don't use pure black. The ones on the side, coloring them in orange. We could even like go one step further and give them pupils if we wanted to. Design tip with Eden, never use pure black. This might be a personal thing. Using pure black just reads as lazy to me. So we don't use pure black. We we use almost pure black, but we never use pure black. It's just, there's just something to a little bit of a warmer shade where it just pulls. It's hard to say why like a not quite black is better than a black, but it's just something that, like, anyone can do pure black. Anyone in the world can do pure black. But if you can find like a shade of not black that really works with what you do. So like, let's look at this complementary hues. So if we go for a very, very dark blue here, even darker blue, please. Give me an even darker blue like that. Instead of going pure black, we go really, really dark blue. It still obviously reads as black. Yeah, you don't go white. Don't go pure white either. So we got very, very dark blue and bright poppy orange. And it's very easily graffitiable because you can just add little evil eyes here. And now it's always watching you. You can. We're being real silly now. And now they're always watching you. Always watching. Actually, I don't hate that. Actually, it started off as a joke. But I don't hate that. I'm not gonna keep it. I'm not gonna keep it, but I don't hate that. We've taken Black Mesa, and now it's neither black nor a mesa. They look like a little happy crystal. Yeah. Right. Now let's pull this over here and let's size this properly. So, what is their full title? Let's go back over here. They are... Is it just Black Mesa? Are they just called Black Mesa? Black Mesa Research Facility? But like Sandria National Labs would be an IRL. Sandria National Labs. Sandria National Labs. What you got? What you got? Pretty powerful logo, that is. Pretty powerful logo. Can't say much bad about it. Don't know what they do. No idea what they do. Let's go to the Wikipedia. I don't want to go to their actual website. I mean, yeah, this seems... Yeah, this seems pretty much the same thing. They research and development, owned by Nuclear. Yeah, this is basically the same thing. So would it be Black Mesa National Labs? Fuck it, let's go Black Mesa National Laboratories. Let's make these the same size to start our process. And then we go smaller. How smaller? Well, there's a couple of schools of thought here. Some people will be like, you go this to this, and this goes here. This is one of the ways people do this. So you go, your text should be 3 times as wide as your... Let's create an outline on that. Create an outline on that, do it again. So some people say the text should be 3 times as wide as the symbol, and the symbol should be 1 text height away. That's the school of thought that a lot of people go with. So we go bam, 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 and then we shrink this down. And then what we do is this becomes 75% of the width of that. And goes 1 entire length away, which I think is insane. Like, that to me reads as way too far away. That is way too far away. So we're gonna do the way that I usually do it instead, which is we go 1/2. 1/2 above. 1/2 above, 1/2 below. And like, as with most things, no right or wrong way to do this as long as it looks good. 1/2 above, 1/2 below, and the 1/2 below is where we write the subtitle. I am just going to put research facility. Because that is what they're known as most prominently. So let's shrink that down. So this is my preferred method of, and then to make sure that that is the right height, we make a copy of the text, rotate it 90 degrees, and that bumps to that. That should be perfectly balanced in my opinion. I think that's perfectly balanced. Just to double check. Another way to do it is to use the width of your subtitle, but that might make it a little bit too familiar, like that. No, that works. I like that. I think that's quite good. I think that works. For the vertical. So let's swap that over there for the vertical. And now for the horizontal. The horizontal, we have a little bit more room to work with on the width. So let's pull this back out and then shrink it back down, this time to 75. I think 75 is a good way to go. Oop. And again, we'll go like this. Make a copy like that. That is our text lined up. Let's outline that just so we can properly get these measurements. And also make you the right color. Why are you the wrong color, dickhead? I feel like we've kind of flown through this one, and this is, I always feel like this part of the logo process is not as interesting as the actual like designing and things, because I am just like sizing things and making them, you know. that looks so ridiculously big. Holy shit. Right. To balance this way, we go 1 above. This is usually how I do it. We go 1 above just the main title. Because this has a 2-line title, it's going to be a little bit harder to balance. Because usually I'm just working on 1 line. But we go 1 above, we go 1 below. We go bam, we go bam. I might just have Black Mesa on its own, because the other logo just said Black Mesa on its own. Yeah, it's simple, it's elegant, it's to the point. And then for... let's grab this. Exit isolation mode. Get rid of you, paste you back in, and now we've got this B, which is going to be our distance measurer. Oh. So we've now got this And this, I wanted the whole word, not just the bits that I could see. Thank you, Illustrator. The method is very sophisticated. It's like it's just something like you pick up over time, just to get things, just to like eyeball balance things, because and everyone has their different methods. Every designer will tell you a different way, and every designer will say that their way is correct. But mine's just something like, and obviously one of the things you learn pretty quick is those methods are not set in stone. Once you've done that, usually there is some eyeballing to do at the end, just because sometimes things don't flow. Just because sometimes things need to be, it's instead of mathematically balanced, they need to be visually balanced. I think visual balance is what a lot of like newer designers neglect, because they go, I've heard this method, you go 3 times and then you do this and then it works. But with some shapes, the visual, like the visually it looks wrong, even though mathematically it is correct. What if they said we need black on one line and Mesa on another line below? For this one, we would do what that Sandria did, and we would go like this. We would go eyeball this, pull these together. This M is messy. This is what I'm saying. Visuals versus actual alignment. It's messy. What I would do then is I might even go a little bit stylish with it and make this the same size and just hug it in real close. Maybe. Let me have a look at that Sandria. How did they do it? Because theirs is like that is they've used a thin font, so yeah, it is about the length, like the width of that N, but because they've used a thin font, it's a little bit more forgiving. That it does look quite close. So let's grab that B again, and then move this out back into isolation mode, please. And now we're back in the what I'm going to do is, instead of aligning it to the very edge, I'm going to align it to the end of the black bit, because that orange bit, while it does stick out a lot, it is less weighty. So this now looks in alignment. I'm going to try that with the main logo as well. Let's grab this and align that with that instead. There we go. And now, I've got 2 copies of that. I don't want 2 copies of that. And now center, delete. That, I think, does look better. It's a little bit close, but because of how weightless this shape is, which is a hard concept to explain, but you can intuit it, right? It feels right that this is a less weighty shape, so it doesn't take up as much of the visual, like, you You understand what I'm saying. I'm not explaining it very well, but you're understanding what I'm saying. Let's align all these three to the center so we can see we've got the vertical, the horizontal, and the two-line horizontal. I am just going to come over here for a second so I can do this, and then we don't get any more notifications. But yeah. I think that these are all really strong. I think maybe we need to properly flesh out the color scheme and maybe make a badge. I like a badge. So we've got this color. We've got this color. We need a light neutral, which I think is just going to be like a very light blue. And maybe we have a very light orange as well. I like just the light orange, I think. I like that as a color scheme. I think it's good. I think we could introduce some accent colors in there. If we were doing a full brand, but because we're only doing the basic logo, I think this works. I think that works. That does the job plenty well. Let's shove this over here. But yeah, we could do a badge. I like badges. Yeah, let's do a badge. Right. I've done badges a lot. You guys know how I feel about badges. So whack it around a circle. And Jesse Tenchi, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Lovely. How are you doing? We are doing some design. We're making a new logo for Black Mesa, which is just finished on the comments. Very EP. EP puppy. What were your comms? What were you making? Feel free to post links and things if you would like to show them off. I think it would be neat if you did. We are almost actually done with this Black Mesa. With this Black Mesa logo. It needs some text below it. Do we maybe go black up top, Mesa down below? Little pride scrungles. Let's fucking go. Look at these. Oh, that's so cool. These are so cute. I like this one. The big Cyclops. That's so cute. I love that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Everyone go buy them. Everyone go buy. Alright, let's make a copy of that. Let's roll this round. Mesa. And then we want to grab both of these. We want to type on a path. Let's go center, which is going to scrunkle them in a bit, but we then just make the thing bigger. Does Black Mesa have a slogan or anything? Their slogan is working to make a better tomorrow for all mankind, which is a bit wordy. And generally, I don't like putting slogans on logos, slogos, if you will. Oh, the spacing on that Mesa is, that needs to be pulled in. That's a fucking joke. They are like, they've clearly had an argument. Look at that. Back from shopping, looks Debsell demo. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow, new friend. How are you doing? For all mankind could that could work well. Black Mesa for all mankind. That's pretty solid. I like that. Black Mesa for all mankind. And let's make that a little bit smaller. That's banging, that. Oh, that's beautiful. That looks so good. Let's pull these around. This is a completely non-essential step, but I do like doing it anyway. Just to make sure it is totally centered. Because the type on a path tool is, like a lot of things in Illustrator, kind of jank, kind of wonky, kind of doesn't work properly. But we make it work. We make it work. We fuck with it enough until it work. Until it work. But yeah. Creep, welcome. How you doing? Thank you for the follow, friend. This is the anti-mass spectrometer with the arms thingy. Sort of like obviously simplified and boiled down and kind of looking like it's breaking new ground. That's sort of the vibe we're going with. We need something in this area, so I'm going to ruin it with a big fat couple of circles, and then we're going to go into outline mode. Love me some outline mode. And I want to cut just like these bits out. And what's the best way to do that? What is the best way to do that? Would it be to just freeball it with a line? Go from the center. If we go from, say, there, and then if we flip that line there, and then if we grab both of these lines and flip them horizontal this time from the same point, Illustrator, you stupid fuck. Grab all of these points, grab these two circles, and get our shape builder out. We want to get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. That was a lot of work for two little sections, but I think it was worth it because this looks a lot better. Oh, the B and the K. B and the K. They need to be a little bit further apart. Thank you. And maybe this. Oh, my kerning's all over the fucking place here. There we go. That looks pretty sick, I think. Let's whack that in another circle, because everything just gets whacked in more circles. Boom. Let's go. Boom. Put this right at the back, please. And let's make this color with a bit of an outline on it. There we go. And that, I think, is a wrap on badge. It's very minimal, but I think it works for Black Mesa as a company. I think maybe these do with a little bit of thinning. Yeah, just to increase the space between there and there. And that might be a wrap. Let's push you all the way to the back. That might be a wrap on Black Mesa. I'm going to do some additional colors just to show off. That might be a wrap on Mesa. I'm quite pleased with that. Let's set these all out nice and pretty with some... That wasn't what I wanted at all. Why the fuck did you jump up there? So this is your main one. So this should be your biggest one. Put this nice in front and center. Then we go this version. It's nice and down there. This version next to it, just in case anyone needs that version. We have the badge as well. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I was quite nervous about this stream going in. Like, I was a bit, do I want to bother with doing an art stream today? Do I want to bother with doing any stream today? But this has come out real good. I'm real happy with how this has come out. I think, let's grab another version of this, just as a little bit of a separation indicator. Just because, and I have said this before, like, making logos is, like, it's the thing I do. It's the thing I am good at. And if I turn up to stream and I make a stinky logo, then if I turn up to stream and I get like just completely art blocked and I make a stinky logo, then I have failed at what I do. And that is terrifying to me. So I'm always a little bit nervous when I do one of these streams, but it does always sort of come together, you know? It does always sort of come together. As it did. Boom. I'm gonna call it there, I think. Kona wasn't here to remind me to save, so I haven't saved this entire time. Streaming wheel, Black Mesa, and let's export that now. Even when you get stuck in Mega, I try my best. And I think, like so, again, sometimes I need the input from y'all, but like I feel like we pull it out, and we make it work. And I'm really happy with this. So thank you all for coming and hanging out with me. It was so much fun. Jesse, thank you for the raid. Demo, thank you for the gifted sub. Everybody else, thank you for hanging out and chatting and, you know, being general cool guys. I won't be back tomorrow because I am touching grass. It is my friend's birthday party, so I'm going to go and be friends with them. So I'll be back on Tuesday for more In Stars and Time, a game I'm really enjoying. Until then, be good to each other, enjoy Pride, get gayer. I am looking for somebody to raid into, and just but yeah, be good to yourselves. Be gay, be as loudly queer as you are comfortable with this Pride month. And yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I can feel it in my jellies and my jams. Looking for somebody to raid into. Oh, it's Summer Games Fest, so everyone's fucking streaming Summer Games Fest. I don't want to raid into a Summer Games Fest. That sounds, I'll be honest, that doesn't sound very fun. So let's find somebody who isn't doing Summer Games Fest. Let's raid into our friend Surf and Gurf playing some Lemon Cake, which I think is a cozy game about running a bakery. You know, one of those job simulator type games. Let's go say hello to Surf and Gurf. Friend of the channel, friend of the show. Let's go say hi, shall we? If you are coming along, there is your raid message. Please do yell that in chat as soon as you get there. Join us on Discord or Stoat if you're really fucking cool. And it is Pride Month, and what you do in Pride Month is you buy from small queer businesses. I am a small queer business. You can find my stuff at nerdyqueer.com. I make pins. I make candles. I make badges. I make cool stuff. You should buy it. nerdyqueer.com, nerdyqueer.com, nerdyqueer.com. And if you want to get some special exclusive Queer Buccaneer merch, this next merch drop is a Queer Buccaneer Jolly Roger beach towel. Join the Ko-fi membership at the Buccaneers Bounty tier for this and next month. All of my plugs out the way. Thank you so much for watching. Buccaneer, Bookafar, wherever the book you are. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I will catch you in the next stream. But until then, I can't find my raid now button. So we're just going to be awkwardly here until my raid button works, which it isn't working right now. So let's see if there we go. Oh no, now it's grayed out. This is embarrassing. 3, 2, 1. Buccaneer, Bookafar, wherever the book you are. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. But until next time, love you, bye.